Hey guys, welcome back to Rocket Gyan, my fellow space tubers. And today is a very special day because, yes, much awaited launch of India's Agnikul's Agnibaan SOrTeD mission is going to happen. And I have come now, but we'll see whether the mission will happen today or not. But I've started my stream. The official stream has not started. We'll have to see whether things are there or not. But we are here to witness some history in creation, right? And this mission specifically is very close to my heart because I have seen this rocket, this factory in person. And the people who are associated with this launch, the team who have been working so hard behind this launch, I have met them, and they have, like, you know, when I met them, I got to know how hardworking they are and how passionate they are for this launch to happen. So I am very excited, and hopefully you will be. But let me tell you first of all that this mission is not going to the orbit. This is more like if you have seen one of those launches from the Stardust, it is kind of like that. It will go to a certain height and then it will come back. So it will try to get, you know, all the flight dynamics, all the flight things, flight controllers, flight dynamics, basically, to testing of all those flight dynamics. So that is the case. Without any further ado, let's just see what this mission is all about. Just a second, give me a second. Yeah. All right. So this is the Agnikul's Agnibaan SOrTeD vehicle, and it does not look, it kind of looks more like, you know, an ICBM, right? But we'll talk more about it, what this is all about. But yeah, this kind of looks like an ICBM, but it is not, obviously, and it's not even going to that velocity of an ICBM, and also it's not having that what should I say, functions of an ICBM. So let's just see. Okay, so first of all, this is manufactured by a company called Agnikul. So if you are new to this market, private space India market, welcome Welcome, welcome. So, Agnikul is the second company after the Skyroot. Skyroot has already demonstrated that they were able to, launch some sort of a sounding rocket kind of a thing. This is also kind of an sounding rocket. So, we will have that. And more about the company, we will see later on. So, you don't have to worry about it. But yes, this is the Agnikul's Launchpad ALP. Okay, so sorry. Okay, they are live now, I guess. Oh, people are there.
Agnibaan SOrTeD sets itself apart.
Hey, just a second. They will do all their testing and all. Let them do that. I'll just complete it quickly. So this Agnikul rocket is basically launching from Sriharikota from their own launch pad. They have their pedestal mobile launch pad which they do. So their philosophy is like this: launch from anywhere in the world. If you want your launch to happen from your country, you can have this mobile launch pad shift over there and it will launch from there. And then this part here is, if you are seeing this thing, this is nothing but a flight termination system. This is powered by one Agnilet engine which has a thrust of around 6 kilonewtons, and this is the most probably an oxygen pipe. So so there will be two internal connections. So one, this is an interstage kerosene, and then finally the oxygen tank. So this is more likely a kind of technical demonstrator mission. So it does not have like much of things in it. It does not even have a stage and all those things. So they are just verifying the system, subsystems and all those things. And they obviously they don't have that much of money to launch it in one go to verify all the subsystems. That's why they are launching a very mini version of it, and then they'll do all the other things. So Agnikul, what this company is all about. So they will be making this rocket, the Agnibaan. It will have a payload capacity of 100 kilograms to around 700 kilometers of low Earth orbit, and it will have a three-stage. Yeah, so it will have a three-stage. Most probably a three-stage rocket, or can be a two-stage according to the requirement, and it will be powered by one Agnilet engine for the upper stage, and then Ignite engine, 7 Ignite engine delivering 25 kilonewtons of thrust, which can be swapped, as in the number of engines can be configured. And then this is the mobile launch pad known as Dhanush. Dhanush means nothing but a bow, and Agnibaan means nothing but a fire arrow. So they have a very good naming convention. So they have this kind of a mobile launch pad which they are aiming to do. And yeah, so that is the case. So more likely, if you are talking about which category it falls to, the Rocket Labs category. What I wanted you to see is this mobile launch facility there. So here you can see this is the mobile service tower. This is the rocket. And here you can see that they have their own dedicated launch pad. They are not using the ISRO's launch pad. So that is one thing. So here you can see, right? Mobile launch, this is the service tower, and I have seen all those facilities, and I feel very kind of privileged for that. But yeah, so this is the mission profile. We have already been in this stage. This is great. So mission profile, I'll talk about using this. So shout out to ISRO Spaceflight for providing this graphic, first of all. So yeah, we are having this yeah, so we are having we have already talked about the rocket. So we have the first stage with the one Agnilet engine of providing around 6 kilonewtons of thrust. When they uses the aviation based kerosene, not the rocket grade kerosene, because what they want is high availability of the products wherever they launch from. So let's say they launch from anywhere in the world, they will find the aviation grade fuel, and they will also find the liquid oxygen which they are used in the medical facility. So that is the philosophy. That's why they went with aviation based fuel. Then we have the liquid oxygen tank, the avionics bay. Nope. You kind of can say that. And then this we have the helium nitrogen tank. So we have the mission profile looks like this. Yeah, so liftoff T, and we have wind biasing maneuver, kind of nothing but gravity turn kind of thing, T plus 39 seconds. Finally at T plus 70 seconds a burnout will happen, and then finally the apogee of will be around 8 kilometers. I hope you can see all this, right? Yeah, the apogee will be around 8 kilometers, and then finally splashdown will happen. The range will also be around 8 kilometers. So you can see from this, right, it is not going to the orbit, it's not going to even to the space. They are just verifying the systems and the subsystems. And for Agnikul, this is a big launch, because they have to show the investor, they have to show the public that they are also in the game, they are also doing something, and they are not just sitting idle and doing nothing. So yeah, that is the case. And let me see if we are finally there. Yeah, I think so. Still they are verifying all those things, but I'll switch over to that. This is their this is the ISRO's mission control room. Just a second. We are around T minus 23 minutes from the launch. I'll just reset the T minus 23 minutes. Okay, 18 plus 5 plus 4, 5 minutes 4 seconds I have to add. Okay, so here you go, guys. The rocket is on the pad. This is the lower half of the vehicle. You can see that. So you can see it's kind of tilted, but it's most probably it is there like this because of the characteristics of the flight profile they want to have. So we have seen this happening before also with the Delta IV Heavy, with the space shuttle and all those things. So might be that case. Not so sure, but might be that case. We can also see some white things forming, and it is so cool to finally see some white, this ice forming on the rockets, because from India we haven't seen that. I mean, the GSLV Mark II, Mark III uses cryogenic fuels, but they do not have that ice forming on their rocket. It's kind of, that form is there, more like a space shuttle. More like a space shuttle. So space shuttle, that orange tank did not have that formation, right? So similar, like same thing kind of. That's why we don't see in Mark II and Mark III that formation of ice, but finally some formation of ice we can see, right? So yeah, so talking about the you can see this is the new launch pad which they have made. So when I went to their Agnikul factory, they were yeah, you can talk about Mars 2028. So first of all, welcome to the stream. I forgot to welcome you all. So yeah, welcome to the stream, Carl, Courtney, Martin, And Wildflower, obviously Sri Sai Datta. We have our regular people, Remiji and Mars 2028. And there you go, the upper half of the rocket. We can see the venting of the rocket itself, right? So you can see that the liquid oxygen is venting off, so topping off or boiling off of liquid oxygen is happening. Hey Jessica Star, how are you? So yeah, so yeah, what?
We're very excited to have you all join us live here today in Sriharikota as we eagerly await the launch of Agnibaan SOrTeD on Agnikul's very own first private launch pad in India, ALP-01, at the Satish Dhawan Space Centre in SHAR. I'm Aditi, a flight dynamics engineer here at Agnikul Cosmos, and I'm thrilled to be here today along with my co-hosts Dhruv and Yatish, welcoming you to the live coverage of Agnikul's first ever launch, Mission 01, demonstrating India's first indigenously developed semi-cryogenic engine and the world's first and only single-piece 3D printed rocket engine. Agnibaan SOrTeD is set to signal the start of a new era in India's glorious journey of space exploration.
आप सभी को नमस्कार। हमें देश में आप सब आज हमारे साथ
Okay, so this is the this was the mission control of the Agnikul. So that was their containerized. So kind of they follow that Rocket Lab philosophy. You can see all those containers over there. When I went to their factory, right, all containers were there. So kind of follows what Rocket Lab used to follow.
मिशन 01 के लाइव कवरेज में आपका स्वागत करता हूं। पेश करते हैं भारत का पहला स्वदेश में विकसित सेमी क्रायोजेनिक इंजन और दुनिया का पहला एवं एकमात्र सिंगल पीस 3D प्रिंटेड रॉकेट इंजन अग्निबान सॉर्टेड, जो अंतरिक्ष की खोज की भारत की गौरवशाली यात्रा में नए युग की शुरुआत का संकेत है।
Since its inception in 2017, Agnikul stands firmly by its two guiding mantras: launch anywhere, anytime, affordably, and bringing space within everyone's reach. Dhruv will now introduce you to our launch vehicle, the Agnibaan SOrTeD.
Thank you, Aditi. I am Dhruv, a flight structures engineer here at Agnikul, and will give you an overview of the Agnibaan SOrTeD launch vehicle. Let's turn our attention to the star of the show, the Agnibaan SOrTeD launch vehicle.
So
SOrTeD
you can
stands
see,
for
right?
Sub-Orbital
Okay, let them
Technology
finish.
Demonstrator, and this will serve as a test flight for Agnikul's orbital launch vehicle, the Agnibaan. Standing tall at 6.2 meters, SOrTeD boasts the world's first and only single-piece 3D printed semi-cryogenic rocket engine. I'm going to repeat this a few times during this broadcast because this is a big achievement for Agnikul as well as for India, as we are able to crank a single complete engine in just 3 days of time. That is almost 15 times faster than the traditional manufacturing technique. This 3D printing technology that we use also reduces the cost of the engine itself, which would otherwise have to be assembled from thousands of pieces. The engines that are printed this way will be more reliable
Hey,
and
look at
repeatable,
that flame
ensuring
trench
consistent
cam.
and more frequent satellite launches for our customers.
Yes,
As with every
Jandra.
launch, our team is prepared to handle every possible scenario that we may experience during this launch event. The weather is being closely monitored, and currently it looks prime for a rocket launch. In case we need to hold the launch, we will be able
Chairman,
to do this
sir.
up to liftoff. During flight, if anything performs off nominally, we do have a flight termination system on board the vehicle that can be triggered remotely. Safety is our utmost priority. Now my co-host Yatish will be walking you through the significance of today's mission and our goals for the future.
All right. So yes, basically.
हमारे ऑर्बिटल लॉन्च व्हीकल की
Okay.
महत्वाकांक्षी योजनाओं के साथ अग्निबान पहले से गतिशील है। हम लिफ्ट ऑफ के लिए उल्टी गिनती जारी रखे हुए हैं।
So I met this guy.
आइए,
This is
एक
on the left hand side, near Somnath sir, the blue shirt. He's the Moen, the COO of Agnikul.
यह दृष्टिकोण हमारे लॉन्च व्हीकल के डिजाइन से लेकर हमारे क्लाइंट्स को प्रदान की जाने वाली सेवाओं तक हमारे मिशन के हर पहलू को गति प्रदान करता है।
Yeah, ISRO team is involved
इतना ही नहीं,
just for the guidance only.
आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी से लैस है, जैसे सिंगल पीस 3D प्रिंटेड सेमी क्रायोजेनिक इंजन, कंट्रोल्ड वर्टिकल एसेंट की क्षमता और पूरी तरह से इन हाउस विकसित ऑटो पायलट सिस्टम है। हम भविष्य की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं। आइए भारत की ऐतिहासिक अंतरिक्ष यात्रा पर एक नजर डालें।
So this is just Wildflower talking about, you know, this rocket itself. So this is the container in which the mission control is there, right? Whole mission control is there for the Agnikul. And it's similar to Astra, is similar to Rocket Lab. We have seen this before, right? So I am hopeful that this company is on the pathways of Rocket Labs and not Astra. Okay. So yeah, what I was saying ki this ISRO is involved in case they are just monitoring it, because here in India the ISRO kind of, the government has had some guidelines in which they will the ISRO itself will help the various startups, Skyroot, Agnikul. They will kind of involve in terms of quality checks, in terms of what they are doing, some sort of guidance they need, mentorship, all those things, and even the facilities for testing. So all those things are there.
The private sector. Second, the role of the government as an enabler. Third, to prepare the youth for the future. And fourth, to see the space sector as a resource for the progress of the common man. The foundation of all these four pillars in itself opens new doors to extraordinary possibilities.
They have for sure have good amount of cameras over there, which is great.
भागीदारी को बढ़ाने और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के दृष्टिकोण के अनुरूप आत्मनिर्भर भारत को बढ़ावा देने के लिए सरकार ने 2019 में न्यू स्पेस इंडिया प्राइवेट लिमिटेड NSIL की स्थापना की और 2020 में स्पेस सेक्टर खोला। निजी अंतरिक्ष गतिविधियों को प्रमोट करने, सक्षम बनाने, अधिकृत करने और निरीक्षण करने के लिए भारतीय राष्ट्रीय अंतरिक्ष संवर्धन और प्राधिकरण केंद्र इन स्पेस का गठन 2020 में किया गया।
Yes, the range operator. Yes, Jessica-SHAR.
A much needed support system for non-governmental entities to participate in India's space economy. With the announcement of the Indian space policy.
So basically, let me tell you, so this is the container in which their mission control is. You can see so many screens over there with all the systems, qualifications, whether they are always, the mission control screen basically. And this is the Launchpad. If you are just joining in, guys, this is the Launchpad, the ALP-1, the India's first private launchpad, you can say, very close to the coast, right? And this is the ISRO's mission control room. Here they might be using just the some sort of connections or pathways, that's it. They are not using any as such ISRO's systems in there. Maybe some radars or antennas and all those things they might be using. Other than that, they are not using anything else. And you can see in this container itself, the whole team is there. And you can see one more thing here, which is very unique, is that most of the team here is young, literally young, college pass outs, freshers, and all those things. So Agnikul has many people who are very new to this industry. So very young, very passionate, full of energy and all those things, innovation and everything. So that's why you can see a different approach to space from India, because mostly in Indian space sector you go from solids to the liquids. That's what Skyroot is doing. But Agnikul, they took a different pathway altogether. So
Every aspect of this rocket has been meticulously designed to ensure optimal performance and reliability. Stay tuned as we guide you through the major checkpoints as the countdown progresses, starting from the T-10 minutes mark. Agnibaan SOrTeD also sets itself apart from other suborbital vehicles in a number of ways. First off, it is the first Indian rocket to utilize a single-piece 3D printed semi-cryogenic liquid fuel rocket engine, which is marking a significant breakthrough in propulsion technology. SOrTeD is also equipped with advanced autopilot system and in-house avionics software. These features allow it to proceed in a controlled vertical ascent trajectory, truly acting as a technology demonstrator for Agnibaan, our orbital launch vehicle. With just T-minus 10 minutes remaining until liftoff, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to those who may have just joined us midway through this webcast. We are thrilled to have you on board as we witness history in the making. If you're just joining us, let's take a moment to catch you up on the exciting updates leading up to this point. The preparation for today's launch is progressing smoothly, with the chilling of the liquid oxygen lines completed.
All right.
Our teams are currently engaged in the meticulous process of filling of the liquid oxygen tanks, ensuring that every step is executed with precision and care.
लिफ्ट ऑफ में अब सिर्फ 10 मिनट शेष रह गई है। आइए आपको कुछ अपडेट्स बता दें।
All right.
आज के लॉन्च
So, yeah. So basically, you here you can also see those fins. Those are just the passive fins. They don't have any control over there, so there is no active control.
Moments away from liftoff. Let's take a moment to reflect on Agnikul's vision and the exciting future missions that lie ahead.
So this will go. So if you are just joining in, guys, this is a rocket for a technological demonstrator mission, and this is going to a 8-kilometer apogee, and then it will come down with a range of around 8 kilometers. In this they will test various flight dynamics, flight systems, the engine, the gimbaling of the engine, whether the rocket is stable in the flight or not, all those things. And kind of, yes, it's very close to my heart because I have seen this rocket in person. I have seen this engine. I have touched that engine basically. So I have seen the engine firing also. So kind of, a very I'm very excited for them. I'm hopeful that they are able to pull it off this time.
As we approach liftoff, transitioning from ground to vehicle power and commencing ATF and LOX tank pressurization mark. Critical milestone in our launch sequence, further demonstrating our unwavering commitment to safety and ensuring that the Agnibaan SOrTeD is ready for its journey into the cosmos. Our commitment to innovation not only drives us forward, but also positions us as leaders in the industry. Our vision isn't just about launching rockets.
Yes, it's very simple, Stephen Wolf. So basically, I forgot to talk about all those things also. Technicalities. Let me go into technicalities. The engine itself is a 6 kilonewton engine, Agnilet. This will be used in the upper stage of the rocket. And the other part is that this engine is a pressure-fed engine. So they don't have a kind of a turbo pump as per se, but they have plans to make it. Right now they don't have that. So they will have a helium tank which will pressurize the tank, fuel tanks, and then in turn it will be pushed down towards the engine. So that's what they are aiming for. So this will be a pressure fed engine, and around 6 kilonewtons of thrust is the thrust. But for the actual rocket Agnibaan, the first stage engine will have around 25 kilonewtons of thrust. He is the COO, and we have Srinath also, CEO of the Agnikul. I have met both of them. Amazing people, amazing work they are doing. I hope they have literally, I'm telling you, these two guys must be so worried right now, because I know they have done all the hard work and all those things to make it successful, but they must be so much worried right now because they have gone through a lot, literally a lot, to be here. The guys you are seeing here, they did not have any experience as such to how to build rockets. They all the young people team will have that sort of problem. So they were able to somehow figure that out by themselves, and finally the launcher is on the pad. And they have a very, we know that failure is an option, but I don't think so for them failure is an option. I hope they will be able to go achieve their mission objectives in their first attempt. Let's hope, because they have a competition with Skyroot, and Skyroot did that in their first attempt. Let's hope they are able to achieve it.
Let's take a closer look at the Agnibaan SOrTeD rocket. Standing tall on the launch pad, this marvel of engineering represents the pinnacle of our technological prowess. From its state-of-the-art, single-piece, 3D printed, semi-cryogenic engine to the advanced avionics software developed in-house, every aspect of this rocket is meticulously designed for optimal performance and reliability. As we approach liftoff, it's worth noting that the ATF and LOX tank pressurizations have been successfully completed, ensuring that the Agnibaan SOrTeD is ready for its journey into the cosmos. With the countdown steadily ticking down, excitement mounts as we inch closer to witnessing history in the making.
हम लिफ्ट ऑफ की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं। यह देखना महत्वपूर्ण होगा कि एटीएफ और
SRB
लॉक्स
with
टाइम
liquid
प्रेशराइजेशन
stage,
का काम
kind of
सफलतापूर्वक
that,
पूरा
because
हो
this is a pathfinder kind of a mission, right? So we are T-4 minutes from the launch, guys. If you haven't if you are just joining in, let me tell you, Agnikul is on the pad with their Agnibaan SOrTeD rocket, SOrTeD mission, and this is the mission control room they have for their rocket, and we are hopeful that they are able to pull it off. Yes, everyone is on the toes for them, and right now weather is clear, the range is green, and this is the launch pad which they have right now. Let's hope they will be able to do all their mission objectives.
Marking a significant breakthrough in propulsion technology.
And yes, as he is saying that this engine is a semi-cryogenic engine which is fully 3D printed, world's first patented 3D printed engine.
Launching from India's private launch pad, Agnikul Launchpad 01. Agnibaan is setting a new standard for space exploration in the country.
T-3 minutes.
As we eagerly await confirmation from our mission control room for the final launch go-no-go commit, it's a testament to the dedication and hard work of our team. With just moments left until liftoff, the anticipation and excitement are palpable.
ITS redundant is available.
अब बात करते हैं कि कौन से वो पहलू है जो हमें उद्योग जगत में सबसे अलग बनाते हैं। लिक्विड फ्यूल इंजन का चुनाव, आधुनिक 3D प्रिंटिंग टेक्नोलॉजी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस और रिलायबिलिटी देती है। इसके अलावा भारत में अपना खुद का लॉन्च पैड अग्निकुल लॉन्च पैड बनाने वाली पहली निजी कंपनी होना सभी के लिए अंतरिक्ष खोज में सुलभ और किफायती बनाने में हमारी यात्रा में उल्लेखनीय उपलब्धि है। हालांकि हर महत्वाकांक्षी के साथ कोई जोखिम बढ़ रहता है। मौसम की भावी गड़बड़ियों से लेकर लॉन्च के पहले सीक्वेंस डेविएशन तक हमें हर संभव स्थिति के लिए तैयार है। हमारी रिस्क मैनेजमेंट स्ट्रैटेजी ये सुनिश्चित करती है कि कुछ भी अनएक्सपेक्टेड ना हो और हम हर संभावित चुनौतियों के लिए निपटने के पूरी तरह से तैयार रहे।
T-2 minutes.
As we enter the final minutes before liftoff, let's delve
You
into
can
the
see
profound
the
significance of today's
pressurization
mission.
happening, the vents are picking up, right? Although they are right now not connected with the umbilical for the recharge of the liquid fuel, liquid oxygen, but yeah, that should be enough for them.
Of advancing space exploration
Control calling
in
timing.
India. The successful demonstration of the Sub-Orbital
Hold the
Technology
timer.
lays the foundation
Okay,
for our
hold the
eventual
timer.
orbital launch.
Hold the timer has happened, guys.
It will be a groundbreaking
Hold,
achievement for
hold.
India as a whole. With just over 1 minute left until liftoff, it's essential
Did
to
I
acknowledge
hear
the
it
dedication
correctly?
and hard work of our team. Their unwavering commitment to excellence and their relentless pursuit of innovation have brought us to this momentous occasion.
Rats, I did not see them.
As we are experiencing some delay in the
Okay.
pre-launch events, we have made the decision to wait and hold for today's flight.
Okay. Hold is...
We would want as many factors in our favor as possible for this launch.
This
And
is
this is just
completely...
a minor hiccup.
Completely fine. Completely
The
fine.
countdown is right now on hold, and we will keep you updated with any new updates. Thank you.
All
We
right.
would like to take this moment to extend gratitude towards ISRO and InSpace.
Okay. I can talk now. Yes. All right. So, the
For a
countdown.
confirmation from our ground support team for the exact reason of the hold of the launch.
But right now. So yes, this is totally expected, right? They have a launch window till 9 a.m., which is around 1 hour 5 a.m. Left in that launch window.
It
So
will be launched from India's first private launch pad.
it's not
at
scrubbed
Satish
right
Dhawan
now.
Space
It's just a
Centre, SHAR.
hold.
AMCC
I will
to
splash
control, we are
down
switching
in
to
the Bay
external
of
power.
Bengal, off the coast of Sriharikota. It will
Roger.
test the world's first and only single-piece 3D printed semi-cryogenic liquid fueled rocket engine.
We
and
can
pave the
watch
way for future
SpaceX. Is it so? Oh, they might be launching, right? Yeah. Yes, that's a camera distortion.
जहां प्राइवेट स्पेस टेक कंपनी
All right.
क्रायोजेनिक इंजन से लैस एक सब ऑर्बिटल रॉकेट बना रही है जो बहुत बड़ी बात है यह अग्निकुल क्रू की कड़ी मेहनत का नतीजा है
Again, this is a typical kind of an ISRO broadcast, right? They have to follow, no matter what they want to do, they have to follow ISRO guidelines.
For Sub-Orbital
So
Technology
that's why this, broadcast with the commentary is like that. At least broadcast is fine. So yes.
standing tall at 6.2 meters.
Now one thing is there. How long can they hold?
Single piece
Because
semi-cryogenic
I don't see them those umbilicals attached over there right now.
in existence today.
So that means the liquid oxygen is not getting topped off.
Are printed.
So it's boiling off and we are losing on liquid oxygen. So how long can they
A single engine
afford to be in this state without recharge, refuel,
from thousands
right?
of uses.
So right now we are on a hold. We don't know the reason as of now what is the case, but that was very close to the launch, around T-2 minutes.
vision of making space exploration
So
affordable.
at around T-2 minutes, what happens? Let me tell you that.
Vision inspires us to pursue new and innovative ways of launching rockets from anywhere and anytime. Looking beyond today's launch, the future missions of Agnikul hold immense promise and potential. With the Agnibaan SOrTeD serving as a stepping stone, we're poised to embark.
So we at T-2 minutes or something, we have initiation of the automatic launch sequence. So automatic launch sequence initiation will only happen if the computer feels like everything is fine. If it is not, it won't initiate the automatic launch sequence, right? So let's see, this might be very well technical, and it's highly possible that we won't be able to see the launch today itself, but they have QD connected to the booster. Actually, the QD port, the umbilical port is not connected. I'll tell you why. Where it is located.
AMCC to control, vehicle is in external power.
That's right, Aditi.
Roger.
Our commitment to innovation not only drives us forward, but also positions us as
Yeah,
leaders in the
so
industry.
I think so we have two ports for liquid oxygen and liquid kerosene. So one of these is, I think, here only,
Affordable, accessible, and reliable.
and one of here and here. It's kind of like that. What I remember is, I'm not sure, but I may be wrong, but what I remember was there was two ports, umbilical ports for the recharge, refuel, whatever you want to say, and one was situated above for the liquid oxygen, one was there in the liquid kerosene is there. But kerosene obviously does not require refuel. Oxygen requires. We'll see.
The world's first and only single-piece 3D printed patented semi-cryogenic engine, and a big achievement for Agnikul as well as for India.
It's not bent.
As we are
It's
able
not
to
bent.
manufacture a
It's
single
camera
engine
distortion.
in just 3 days of time. This 3D printing technology that we use also reduces the cost of the engine itself, which would otherwise have to be assembled from thousands of pieces, while being almost 15 times faster than traditional manufacturing techniques. The engines that are printed this way will be more reliable and repeatable, ensuring consistent and more frequent satellite launches.
It's not that windy though. It's a coastal area, so
Not just that, our in-house avionics software and the controlled vertical ascent capability make this rocket an outstanding one and marks a remarkable
you can see the
achievement for
windsock, right? It's not. It's very calm right now. They should have launched at this point of time, but yeah, obviously we can't do much about it.
Let's take a look at the history and India's space journey over the years. India's space program
Okay.
in the early 90s. Formation
Yeah, so let me talk about what is there. You can see in the Launchpad, right? What all these blue kind of things are there. So they have their oxygen tank.
Department is
I mean the external oxygen tank and all those pipelines.
institutionalizing space research in India.
started mission 01 is called off.
Oh my god. Okay, this has happened.
The launch of India's first satellite, Aryabhatta, in 1975. We have just received news from AMCC that we have made the decision to postpone today's launch, ensuring the safety of both our crew and the vehicle. We are still awaiting confirmation regarding the reason for this. However, rest assured, this is just a minor hiccup, and we will gather here again with the same excitement to witness the Agnibaan SOrTeD in flight.
That's right, Aditi. We would want as many factors in our favor as possible.
It's
and I can
okay.
assure you, this is
It's
just
fine.
a minor hiccup. And we will gather here again with the same excitement to witness the Agnibaan SOrTeD in flight.
Yep, it's a scrub. So what I was saying is this thing. You can see, right? This is the oxygen one. No, this might be the kerosene one. This might be the oxygen one. I don't remember actually which one was what. But one of those container has the oxygen facility. One of those has the kerosene facility. And they had made this replica over there. I have not been to their launch pad exactly, but they have made this replica of their launch pad in their factory, the Agnikul factory, rocket factory, where I went there. So I saw all these things, right? The people were there. They were explaining it beautifully, and there are a lot of
Put off pulsars, put off all pulsars. P2 to P1, put off pulsar.
okay. So there are like yeah. So there are like a lot of. I remember he was saying that there were a lot of snakes, peacocks, wildlife which is there near their factory. But yeah, now they have been habitual with all those creatures around. So please stream the yes I will don't worry. Now guys, the thing which I'm most excited for is the next launches which is coming up. You know what? We are having a solar eclipse, right? Very soon, tomorrow. And guess what? NASA is launching three sounding rockets during the solar eclipse because they want to do some experiment. And yes, I will be streaming that. So you just guys stay with me. It will be around 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern, I guess. I'm not sure about the timings. I have to see. But NASA is going to launch that. 3 sounding rockets back to back. I haven't seen it before. I haven't seen it in my entire lifetime till now. 3 sounding rockets back to back during the solar eclipse time. How cool is that? So I will be streaming that, so don't worry about it. We'll have a lot of fun. I really love Sounding Rockets launch because they have a very good, experiments and science which I can talk about, which I can tell you. So yeah, talking about this launch. So we had a scrub today, very well expected also, for the new rockets, right? We have seen so many scrubs in Starship. We have seen so many scrubs for the Astra and initial days of Rocket Lab also. So this initial days are kind of like that. So I don't think so we should be worrying more about it. So that is the case. But today they were able to do it till the automatic launch sequence, initiation of the launch sequence. I think some issue happened over there, and some major issue might be there, but that's why they called it off. Or maybe again I'm telling you that only that the liquid oxygen tanks, you can see, right, at t minus 10 minutes the filling of liquid oxygen tank ends, and after that they don't fill it up. There is no as such topping off or something like that. So might be the case that liquid oxygen might, if they are able to figure out what's the issue, and that solution for that issue would have taken a longer time, and the liquid oxygen which is there in the tank would have evaporated. You don't want that, so it's better to say scrub rather than a rud, right? So yeah, that is the case. But if you are talking about what this is all about, right, this company, so they have this 2-3 videos, 70 to 80 seconds. I think this is their mission profile timeline, 70 to 80 seconds, right? I think that is the reason why they have gone with that. Not so sure, but yeah. And this is the quick connect, quick disconnect functionality which they had, right, for the pad. You can see that how all this thing works. This is inside their rocket factory only. I've seen that. When the rocket launches, all these things, you can see this is the umbilical port kind of thing, you can say. And they have done all the testing and all, but yeah, these 4 videos are mainly associated with this rocket, the SOrTeD one. So we did not talk about it a lot, right? So because we did not have some time. So basically this rocket is mostly this is the Agnibaan rocket. They have an Agnibaan heavy kind of rocket also in their portfolio. This is not, it's not over here, but I think they have their plans. That's what they said when I went there. So we'll see. But yeah, heavy means 2 boosters with the core stage. You all know, right? That is the case. And talking about the engineering, we have seen, so they have already done this hot fire testing of the engines. This is the Agnilet engine. They have, I think they are yet to prepare the Ignite engine. They are done with the Agnilet, but Agnilet is the second stage engine. The first stage engine is still left. I think so. We'll see. And obviously the pressure vessels which they have to carry, because this is a pressure fed engine. Here you can see those ice formation also. Kind of looks cool, right? This engine testing facility they have made, right? I've seen that. I've touched this engine also. It was all so cool, and it was amazing to see a engine firing in front of me. So yeah, I'm kind of attached with this company because I've seen all what they have done. So let's hope they will be able to figure it out properly what actually happened today, and be on the pad. So yes, their own designed avionics, their own launch pad. They have a very big promise. And yes, the 3D printed, the world's only 3D printed rocket engine. Rocket Lab does that. They also 3D print their rocket engines, but not entirely. here they 3D print their rocket engine entirely, and their 3D printing facility is located somewhere else. I've also been there. That also was amazing to see how precise the systems are and what they do. So yeah. Solar glasses yesterday. I hope you don't see those uh, solar eclipse without glasses. Remember that. So let me go on to the Twitter and see. Do we have any update from them? This time they went all in. I mean, what should I say? With nothing, as in Agnikul itself, they did not tweet about whether they are going to go for the launch or not. See, last tweet was from March 25. After that they did not tweet. And the in space people, which is not the in space is the government entity for kind of, you know, handling the private space sector. So they tweeted about it, and that's how we got to know. But I as we all can see, we don't have that the confirmation as in what has happened. So but yeah, it's scrubbed for today. Are they planning to make rocket larger than this one? They have, as I said, they have a so that is the rocket which you are seeing, right? This one, this is nothing, literally nothing. This is not even a rocket. This will only go to 8-kilometer height and come back. So this is more of a technological pathfinder mission. But yes, they have the actual rocket is this one, the Agnibaan, and they have this payload capacity of 100 kg to 700 kilometers orbit. So that is the case, and they have plans for Agnibaan heavy kind of thing. But first of all, they need to sort out the first rocket itself, and after that only they can move on to the next one. Oh, Starlink launch has happened, huh? Okay. All right. I guess I will also go and have a good night's sleep now at 8 a.m. in the morning. That's how it is when you have to work on creating the stream. But yeah, we have a scrub for today, and we are okay. We have a scrub for today. Hopefully, we won't be having. How rarely we see a scrub from ISRO. Yes, exactly. It's a very rare thing to have, for sure. We all people, all those space guys, right? Space nerds. They did not even sleep because they have to watch this launch, right? That's how it is. Yeah, no worries. We'll meet again very soon. In just I think 12, 16 some hours from now, with the 3 sounding rocket launches from NASA. And that would be amazing to see. Let's see. Let's hope we'll get to see some action over there. So thank you so much for tuning in. And yes, this is Priyanshu Rohila. You just saw Rocket Gyan. Stay safe, stay healthy, and